Hi, this is Ronni Lynn. Let's talk about morning routine. When you first get up in the morning, you are not eating a breakfast. I know that sounds alarming, but you do want to start drinking your liquids first thing in the morning. You will have hunger pangs if you are not drinking your liquids right away. So first thing in the morning, I come down to my kitchen and I start my hot pot. I'm a tea drinker. I'm not much for coffee. So I'll start my hot pot, put in my tea bags, or I use loose leaf teas too. Start getting those steeped, and then I will pour my cup. I've already got some in here, so I pour my cup of coffee, my tea. Now, if you are a coffee drinker, you can only have 1 tablespoon of dairy in your coffee per day. Now, my opinion is you do not use milk because milk has sugar in it, and sugar is the enemy. So, use whipping cream. If you've heard about chocolate delight, I'm a chocoholic, and so chocolate delight is not candy-like enough for me. So I put it into my tea. I make chocolate delight basically in a glass jar. Now, chocolate delight, if you haven't heard about that before, let me show you. This is coconut oil. Coconut oil, even though you think oil is a liquid, coconut oil is not a liquid. It's a solid. Now we're always hearing, don't eat solid fats. Not coconut oil. Coconut oil cannot wind up on the hips. So this is burned as energy in your body. Some people say that it helps burn the fat calories out of your body. But it definitely is used for energy. You want to have 4 tablespoons per day. I melt the coconut oil in a glass jar, and then I use unsweetened cocoa. I prefer the dark, just for the antioxidant effects. I'm always thinking about health. So I've poured my hot liquid, and then I put in my chocolate delight. Now, I do not sweeten this. It doesn't seem to distribute well. So I put my, this is my liquid stevia, and I like peppermint, I like English toffee, I like raspberry. There's many flavors in your organic stores. Look for the different flavors, and that might help you coffee drinkers giving up your dairy during this time, is to have flavoring in here. Do not use those flavored creamers. Those have a lot of sugar in them. So I put those into my, and this is a hot chocolate for me. I'm lactose intolerant now, so because of stomach issues, I don't even miss the dairy anymore. I will put coconut milk in this, or I make my own almond milk. And I'll do another vlog on how to make your own almond milk. It is not hard. So start drinking your liquids right away. As I said, you will start having hunger pangs if you don't drink liquids right away in the mornings. Now, because I'm making my own tea like that, then I'm also making my container that I will take to work for the day. I still need to fill this up from my hot pot back here, but I love cinnamon teas. I get bored with regular waters, so I drink my cinnamon type teas all day long. I do have water enhancers that I will show you later. So I will start drinking my liquids. I will probably have 2 cups of my hot chocolate, and then I also mix up a cold, this is hot tea, so I will make myself a cold big jug like this. I even have larger containers that I often fill up. So I know I at least get this 68 ounces of water. I don't count all these other extraneous, but I know I'm getting a lot of liquid during the day. So that's the morning routine here. So come over to the other side of my kitchen and we'll talk about packing lunch and snacks for the day. So come on over with me. All right, so I've been having my tea and I get ready for my lunch. I have this little lunch bag that I like. It's got a kind of a refrigerated innards in here. I pack an apple in this container here. I have mixed berries. I get this from my warehouse store where I buy a mixed berries already mixed up. Then I've got my small container. This will be my lunch. So I'm supposed to have only 100 grams. Some people are going higher than that. And of course, if you're not doing the 500 calorie protocol, if you're doing a higher calorie protocol, you just get a larger container. I like glass because then as I warm this up in a microwave, I'm not dealing with the plastic issues leaching into my food. I care about those things. So this is chicken, and as you can tell, I have a little sauce in there. Sauces are not allowed. I buy a product that's a sugar-free zero-calorie product. You look in your organic stores for a sugar-free salad dressings. So I pack that in my lunch, and then I've always got this container here is my salad. So I've got my spinach, I like the cabbage, and I've got red onions in here. I always keep this container in my refrigerator full of spinach. Spinach is very high in calcium, so and protein, so I use this. So this has always got my mixture ready so that I can just put it in this other container. And then for throughout the day, I love celery. So I've got my celery. I love tomatoes also. So I have my tomatoes already cut up. I have a baggie of radishes and the sweet peppers. So these all are going into my lunch sack. And then this is just to show an alternative. Most of your tomato sauces, anything canned with tomatoes, if you look at the ingredients, there's sugar in it. So I make my own. I get a big can of pureed tomatoes, come home and make a big pot of my own spaghetti sauce, put in my own spices. So this is sometimes an alternative where I can get bored sometimes with my meals on HCG. So I'll have tomato sauce and we'll put this on my meat, and today I already have that other dressing, or I love Brussels sprouts. So I cut them in half and I steam them for about 3 minutes. I have some here that I've already cooked up, steamed up. And so I have all this done. On a weekend morning, I will spend a couple of hours just getting all of my vegetables bagged up and ready. And I'll cook a bunch of chicken ahead of time. I really like my chicken on the barbecue, so I will cook my chicken ahead of time and put it in these small glass containers and just have them all stacked up for the week. Or I will cook a roast beef and chop that up and put that in those little containers. And sometimes I put that with my liquid amino. Those are really good with meat. Now, you're supposed to be having a lot of liquid water. So I like to have some flavored water. You can put lemon juice. Very good for the liver, detoxing. There's this little shaped water sweetener, which I do not recommend. If you take out your magnifying glass, which you need to read these kind of things, as you read through the ingredients here, you will see an artificial sweetener that ends in OSE or LOSE. Those sweeteners you don't want to have while you're on HCG. Now here's another sweetener. I'm not going to tell you the name brand of it because then I get in trouble. But when I look at the ingredients on here, then this is stevia. And you can have stevia. So I take this is a powdered form, and I just spray it into my water here. I'm getting towards the end of this one because I use these about once a day. I will use these. Now this will be, of course, this is a little 1 liter container, and this I will throw in the car before I leave. It'll be sitting on the seat next to me, and I'll be drinking this on the way to work, or after I come off work, it'll be in the car. And it's just something different, just something to make water more interesting. I drink tea all day long instead of just straight water, and then I have my little flavored water. So that's what I do for my morning routine in eating my meals. Ronni Lynn, see you later.